Thank you, Wasbir, for giving me this opportunity to share my views, my understanding of India-China relations. Well, recently there is a lot of tension because of the Chinese attempt to change the status quo in the Yangtze area by sending their troops, almost a battalion size, 300 is a battalion, and Indian Army was ready for that, and they pushed them back and restored the status quo. Now, there had been a few injuries on our soldiers' side, but many more on the Chinese side, which they will never let their people know. India is an open book. Whatever happens, people of India know. China is a closed communist dictatorship where they will not let the people know the truth, only know what they want them to know. Right. Now, the problem with India and China is that there are few issues which are contentious and which will not allow the relations to stabilize, because China is not very happy if the Indian democratic way of life and the governing system succeeds and India does better and better. They want to retard India's progress, and that is why they have an ally like Pakistan to be used as a proxy to try and put a spanner in the works as far as India is concerned, but they will not succeed in this mischievous game. Now, as far as China is concerned, besides the ideological clash, they know very well that their system of communism and a communist rule cannot survive if India succeeds. People will want a system like India, and already some opposition to Xi Jinping is being seen. Banners which could never have been imagined that he's a traitor were put up by some people. They must have disappeared by now, but the fact is that resistance, opposition, and you can say people's manifestations are in open domain, that they are not liking the way they are being governed. So besides that, there is a boundary dispute between India and China. It's the boundary which is in and places undemarcated. But as far as Arunachal Pradesh is concerned, the Chinese went back after 1962 behind this McMahon line. And McMahon line is on all maps of the world shown as the boundary between India and Tibet and now China. So therefore, I think that contentious boundary will also not allow the situation to improve between India and China. And China appears to be not in a hurry. We said, okay, international boundary which we have drawn and you have drawn, we'll settle that at a later stage. For the present, let's agree to the line of actual control and determine that on the ground as we have seen it, and let's go step by step and have peaceful relations and maintain the dignity and respect to the line of actual control. So now that is the next issue. The third issue, of course, is that India getting close to USA and the West and Japan, Australia, the Quad, it shatters their morale. The Chinese feel scared that this kind of a equation is going against them, and they would like that India does not go closer to them and try to create such disturbances. Thirdly, I think they are doing this also. They know the weaknesses and strengths of democracies. They've been practicing this game for a long time. And you see already in the parliament, the opposition is gunning for the government. But that is the game which China played, and they are happy they are succeeding, because our opposition parties are playing into the hands of the Chinese by raising these questions, absurd questions about Indian Army's way of functioning and how we are defending the borders. We have done a remarkably good job, also in Galwan, where they treated us a stab in the back, because agreement of 93 is peace and tranquility on the borders. No military action should be done. Status quo should not be changed. 1996 agreement on confidence building measures said that no military maneuvers large size, about 15,000 troops and above, should be done in the vicinity of 15 kilometers of the border. But they came in Galwan on the guise of an exercise, But we all know when we go for exercise in the Indian Army, we don't carry ammunition, we don't carry tanks, we do carry tanks but no ammunition for them. We carry guns without the ammunition. We just take them to do the exercise. They brought in everything prepared to fight a local war. And we gave them a bloody nose in Galwan because they couldn't succeed. I think Xi Jinping wanted to do something dramatic, something which will strengthen his position so that he can tell the people that he's a great leader, but he didn't succeed in that. His gamble failed. Similarly, now also he creates these instances like what has happened in Yangtze to divert the attention of the people, because he's not been able to see that all what he's doing is accepted by the people. Also, anything happens in Tibet or in Xinjiang or in any other remote areas of their country, they feel very scared of the situation that could develop, and they will do everything to try and see that India does not emerge as a competitor to them. We say the world is big enough for both of us. You can also prosper, we should also prosper, but live in peace. But their intention is not the same, and we have to be clever, we have to be smart, we have to be militarily strong so that there is deterrence by our strength. And in this long border, if they come in somewhere which 4,076 kilometers is the international border between the two countries. The LAC is 3,466 kilometers. It's a huge area in the mountains. If they come in somewhere, we can get in from another place and it will be tit for tat. So China now realizes India is not going to allow this kind of thing to happen, but they still keep the tension on the borders alive, as I said, for various reasons, internal as well as to kind of tell the world we are a conflict prone area. But then the world knows who's initiating the problems in these areas. So I personally feel that Xi Jinping is facing opposition to him for the first time, and he is also realizing that it will not be smooth sailing from here onwards. And as far as India is concerned, we want to live peacefully in the environment in our neighborhood, and we want to progress and improve the quality of life of our people. Millions of them need that kind of a quality of life upgradation. China should think the same way, and let's move forward. Two countries which are 2/3 of the world can't be fighting a war. It will be a world war, a disaster for both. So China should wake up and realize that a game they are playing with India is dangerous. And they should also realize India is the only country in the world which can face them man to man. Thank you very much.